Here we go again. Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito took a luxury fishing vacation with a Republican billionaire who later had cases before the High Court. All that and more now on Graf's Grievances. Deja vu? Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito failing to disclose a seemingly all-expense-paid luxury vacation he took with billionaire Republican megadonor Paul Singer, and then ruling on cases involving the hedge fund founder before the High Court. ProPublica breaking the story that in 2008, Justice Alito flew on Singer's private jet to a remote corner of Alaska for a fishing trip. Once in the last frontier state, Justice Alito enjoyed lavish accommodations at a fishing lodge owned by another major donor to the conservative legal movement, Rodney Arkley. The cost of Alito's stay, more than $1,000 a night. And as for that chartered flight Alito took, the cost likely exceeding $200,000 round trip. However, we don't know any of this because Justice Alito disclosed it. No, we only know about this suspicious generosity from two well-connected GOP donors because of the excellent reporting from ProPublica. Alito not disclosing anything about this 2008 fishing trip on his annual financial disclosures, despite federal law clearly requiring that justices disclose gifts of transportation, including private jet flights. And as if that were not bad enough, in the years following Justice Alito's luxury Alaskan adventure, the man who paid for his private flight up north had extensive business before the Supreme Court, in which Justice Alito did not recuse himself. Singer's hedge fund coming before the High Court at least 10 times, including a significant bond default case in which the court and Justice Alito ruled in the hedge fund's favor, helping it secure over $2 billion. So what does Justice Alito have to say about all this? Alito refusing to comment to ProPublica, and instead authoring an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal rebutting the allegations against him and bizarrely claiming that ProPublica, quote, misleads its readers. Alito saying that he has spoken to Singer on, quote, no more than a handful of occasions and had, quote, no obligation to recuse himself from any case connected to Singer because he never discussed Singer's business activities with him. Of course, all of this comes just months after ProPublica broke the news that Scalia's fellow conservative Supreme Court Justice, Clarence Thomas, received decades of luxury travel and other forms of income from another Republican megadonor and never disclosed it. And then there was that Politico investigation, which found that property co-owned by Supreme Court Justice Neil Gorsuch was purchased by the head of a law firm that presented nearly 24 cases before the Supreme Court. This stunning amount of impropriety and apparent violation of ethics laws by conservative justices on the Supreme Court is not only appalling, but also deeply concerning. The cornerstone of American democracy is equal justice under the law. That principle is even written in huge letters above the entrance to the Supreme Court of the United States, as a reminder of the ultimate responsibility of the justices on the court. When Supreme Court justices or any member of the judiciary accepts gifts, money, or other favors from anyone with business before the court, that creates a glaring conflict of interest. This conflict of interest, or even the appearance of one, undermines the faith of the American people that all parties before the court will be treated impartially and receive equal justice under the law. It is therefore paramount that all members of the judiciary, and most importantly, Supreme Court justices recuse themselves from cases in which they have a conflict of interest or an appearance of one. If the justices on the Supreme Court do not get their act together, either by force or on their own volition, and file accurate disclosure forms, Americans will lose all confidence in the court and refuse to follow its orders. That would not only be disastrous for the court, but it would also be disastrous for America. We need a strong, independent, respected judiciary and Supreme Court to accurately interpret the Constitution without fear or favor. Thanks for watching Graph's Grievances. Let me know what you think and please subscribe.